Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest, it will be a non-title singles match. It's going to have a 40-minute time limit. It will be decided by one fall. Your referee for this contest will be the Rob Page.
Sunday coming to a head here as Matt Sydal, he's been called the future of flight. He is asking you all to open up your third eye and reach a higher plane of existence. And he is taking on the Heavy On Wrestling heavyweight champion Airwolf in what promises to test the boundaries of the ceilings here, as Ultimate Warrior said earlier tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. Perhaps the only venue in Minnesota that can handle a match like this. Matt Sydal taking on our Heavy On Wrestling Undisputed Champion, Airwolf.
And Matt Sydal looks hyper-focused right now. You know, generally affable. Right now, he looks like a man on a mission.
He looks up to the sky, and like I said, he is opening up that third eye to reach another level of competition, and he's bringing it here to Heavy On Wrestling to face not only the future, but as Airwolf says, the present of Minnesota independent wrestling at Black Sunday.
That's all there ever has been. That's all there ever will be. There's only now. It's my time.
Introducing his opponent, weighing today at 185 pounds, he hails from Minneapolis, Minnesota. The Heavy On Wrestling Undisputed Champion,
Gentlemen, has the black and gold looked finer around the waist of any champion besides Derek Corbin than Airwolf?
I gotta say, no, the purple, it really accents the gold nicely. Kind of got that Vikings gimmick a little bit for the Minnesota crowd. It's nice. It's real nice.
Big Papa Pump here looking to show Matt Sydal and the world that he is here. He is the present and the future of Heavy On Wrestling, of wrestling itself, and certainly of the land of 10,000 lakes.
Absolutely. You've said it. I've said it. We've all said it. The future is now. The future is Airwolf. And the question in this match, gentlemen, is not, are they going to get into the air? The question is, are they ever going to hit the ground?
Well, this is an interesting concept. If you look at these two, this is one of the rare times you're going to see Airwolf where he massively outsizes somebody. Does Airwolf look to change speeds? Does he recognize that trying to fly with Matt Sydal is a bad decision and instead tries to ground Matt Sydal and utilize a lot of the mat-based skills he has, maybe some power moves, and tries to put Sydal in a position where he can't get to that top rope?
King, that is a great point. Airwolf, the big dog in this match. And it's going to be curious to see how, now that he's the alpha here at Heavy On Wrestling, how that attitude changes.
Well, it's one thing to chase. It's another thing to be chased.
Hey, in Heavy On Wrestling, if you're not the alpha, the view never changes. Big Papa Pup has been taught not only everything that he knows from Ken Anderson, but from Eric Cannon, from the Daivari brothers, from Molly Holly, from every person that's walked through that door, from Tommy Dreamer himself. He could innovate not only some high-flying attacks, but some violence here, the likes of which we've never seen him unleash in heavy-on wrestling, hell, in a Minnesota ring at all.
Handshake to start things off. Matt Sydal, hyper-focused. Airwolf, I think, recognizing he's in the ring with an athlete like he hasn't seen before.
King, is his biggest advantage for Matt Sydal his experience, that extra consciousness that comes with years and years in the ring, from Impact Wrestling to WWE, Ring of Honor to New Japan, you name it. He's brought his high-flying, death-defying style to your ring in any corner of the globe, whereas Airwolf is just starting out.
I think Matt Sydal's true advantage, beyond his experience, which I do think is a factor, is his explosiveness. It's his ability to show off quickness in a series of moves, holds, like Airwolf possibly hasn't seen before. Matt Sydal is explosive. And I don't know if Airwolf has seen someone who can do what Matt Sydal can. Now, that's why I think if he can utilize a ground game, which Sydal apparently is going to do, he has a better chance of taking home the victory here.
Right there, as you talked about it, Matt Sydal able to transition so quick, that explosiveness from move to move, from being in a predicament to reversal, and then right back into it. He is anticipating moves. He's thinking ahead with that third eye, that consciousness, and able to see what is coming ahead of time. And look at that.
Yeah, precognitive abilities almost from Matt Sydal. I think other than keep in mind when you watch Sydal wrestle, his feet. When he is on the mat and he's not on the ropes, his feet get up and off and back onto the mat so lightning quick, he doesn't lose his base. And while he may not be the biggest guy in the world, his base is so good that he can pull things like that off. And I think Airwolf, this is a different beast he's challenging tonight. This is a different guy, and I think he's up to the task, but he's going to have to think outside the box.
In some ways, you have to think, we talked about it at Fortune Mania. Ken Anderson taught Airwolf everything that Airwolf knows. Did he teach him everything that Ken Anderson knows?
Oh, nice.
Maybe not, keeping some of that in reserve, but Airwolf able to know his trainer, his mentor so well, and perhaps able to have Ken underestimate a little bit to win that title for the second time. Matt Sydal, again, we talked about this early.
See the rapid slickness he has. It's just quick, it's smooth. He transitions his body so well. Even the roll-up attempt there by Airwolf, Matt Sydal rolls out of it, he's quickly back on his feet and has head control. Backs Airwolf into the corner. Well, will we see the clean break, Warrior?
I think so. It's a show of respect right now.
Oh!
He clean breaks, he points his thumb to that third eye, anticipating what's coming next, and then launches a couple of third eye blind strikes to the thigh.
This is the issue, though, that Airwolf has to be very, very aware of. We saw at Fortune Mania, his knee took a beating. I wonder if Matt Sydal has not seen a little bit of tape. We know he's got enough of a martial arts background that he can throw a wicked leg kick. Oh, wow, sitting down into a camel clutch.
Oh, he's looking to break
wow.
and sit down into it. Wrench that back.
Did you see the way he pushed back on the lower back to drop all of Airwolf's leverage through?
Airwolf
and then rolls him up. He's in the ropes. Rod Page making the count.
I think Matt Sydal just there trying to get a little extra leverage. Work that lower back a little bit more. Use all of that 5 count that he could to continue to work on that midsection of Airwolf.
I think in a way, too, that's Sydal's ability to show I can do whatever I want to you whenever I want.
And Airwolf saying anything you can do, I can do better. Getting a lot of height on that and pointing to his own third eye, anticipating the offense from Matt Sydal and able to work that big standing drop kick in.
This is what Airwolf needs. He needs to throw bombs. He needs to work a stronger style here, not try to match speed and high flying. He needs to pummel Matt Sydal. He needs to put the hurt on him.
where they've been working over each other. They've been kind of feeling each other out, kind of seeing what they can get out of one another and getting in shots where they can. What do you anticipate is going to be the breakout moment of a match like this? How can one of these two competitors gain the advantage?
I think the first one who takes to the air, who gets that air advantage, is going to do a lot of damage real fast, and that's going to change the pace of this match completely.
Matt Sydal chastising the crowd. Oh, is he going for a straight jacket? Just a single arm, but he's actually choking Airwolf with his own arm here. He's got a knee in his lower back. Airwolf smartly rolling out of it.
Matt Sydal,
$1 million dream?
Airwolf a lesson here.
Side Russian leg sweep, but he holds on.
Again, staying in control here. Almost like a big brother teaching him a lesson, telling and taunting Airwolf, stop choking yourself.
I'm really impressed, and I knew I would be because we've seen Sydal before. His ability to torque his opponent at the core, his ability to either be side by side with him or to sink his knee into their lower back while applying a submission hold is fantastic.
The crowd coming alive here for Airwolf, and Airwolf able to fight back. Oh, goes for another one of those standing missile drop kicks, but Matt Sydal anticipating and then just burying his heel in the back of Airwolf.
Axe kick with a ton of momentum.
King, it feels like Sydal has proven his dominance in the ground game. What does Airwolf need to do to gain an advantage here?
I'm really stunned that Sydal has not tried to push the pace here and utilize high flying as a way to take control. Instead, like you said, Warrior, he is dominating the ground game. He's, oh my gosh! Snap Dino Bravo side slam.
He's a Dino Bravo guy.
Words I didn't think I could string together. He has attacked his lower back in a way I really didn't think was possible. Maybe my third eye wasn't open until now.
I think that what we're seeing here is a different Matt Sydal. He's different. He's a different man than he was when he was in the WWE. He's a different man than he was in his early days in Ring of Honor. His third eye has been open. He is much more tranquil.
Oh, wow.
Floating around the ring here, keeping that pace slow, and that's when he's been able to stay in control. That high flying is only busted out when he absolutely needs it.
This is how his leg was injured at Fortune Mania. If you'll remember, he got hooked up on that top rope by Ken Anderson, and his knee wasn't the same the rest of the match.
Sydal just using this to advantage and throwing those huge forearms into Airwolf's chest, and now wrenching on that leg, and Rob Page finally getting in to break it up.
It's awfully hard to do a lot of what Airwolf does well if you can't stand.
Sydal telling the crowd that they need to open that third eye. They need to see what he can see. A future in which he is victorious here and heavy on wrestling. And guys, I don't know that he's wrong after the punishment that Airwolf's leg is taking, and now Sydal's looking to work at it on the outside, maybe into that guardrail.
A just unbelievable crash of the leg into the guardrail reverberates through Clyde Ironworks.
I think the crowd is stunned. A couple shots.
Look at the way he's draping it over.
Oh, looking to do the same thing he's doing with the rope.
He's having someone hold the leg for him?
Wow. Unanticipated. Something that I would never have imagined here at Clyde Ironworks at Heavy on Wrestling, that the crowd would.
Oh, wow.
But Airwolf striking back, throwing everything he has on those slaps. Matt Sydal giving him a big receipt there.
Airwolf limping noticeably now.
Where you said the first man to be able to take advantage of that high flying would be the man at advantage. Is Airwolf going to be able to even reach that height, to be able to start to incorporate some of that high flying offense with that vertical base severely damaged? He's already dropping to his back. They're just trying to stand, taking shots.
I mean, if he wants to get up into the air, he can't continue taking punishment like this.
Sunset flip takeover.
1, 2.
Oh, wow, he almost got him.
And right
Sydal
back.
Oh, God, right back.
Wrenches through on that knee. He's continued to have it locked in here.
That's something that I've noticed more tonight than any other time I've seen Matt Sydal. He is not letting go of an appendage. Once he starts working
he's going to bridge through, guys.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Zack Sabre Jr., eat your heart out. Airwolf needs to either start clubbing him in the gut or do something because he cannot stay in this position too long.
Is this something from his time in Japan? This almost looks like an inverted Muda lock, like a front side, like cradle Muda lock.
Yeah, an Atom lock.
I believe it's pronounced Atum.
Atum.
But Airwolf fighting back here.
Oh, misses the enziguri. Matt Sydal it just seems like he has an answer for everything Airwolf's doing. It's like he's watched tape.
It's like he's anticipating his every move.
Or possibly talked to someone. I wonder what the relationship between Ken Anderson and Matt Sydal is like. Oh no, this is going to end poorly.
Oh.
If his knee wasn't in bad shape before, it is now.
And again, another twisting knee breaker.
Almost like a spinning toe hold, but far more impact as he is driving his leg all the way through. And it looks like he's going for a single leg Boston Crab. Oh, driving Airwolf down and sitting down as deep as humanly possible.
Unreal. Matt Sydal, third eye open, leaving Airwolf largely third eye blind. What is it going to take for Airwolf to find an answer here?
This isn't even an attempt at a submission. This is an attempt to cripple someone.
So you implied that Ken Anderson might have some involvement here. Do you think this is revenge? Do you think this is Ken Anderson sending out an enforcer to teach his
I think it's just
former student a lesson?
Colleagues talking. And you got to think
He's been able to reverse it.
Got it.
And you got to think Ken thought he was going to win tonight.
Absolutely.
And if you have a friend who's coming in, giving someone some pointers against your star student, especially, hey, he might have a bad wheel.
You can say this. You can keep calling him a student, but Airwolf is a graduate.
He is a
graduate. The first graduate.
Oh, wow.
The top gold in not just one promotion, 2 promotions. He has gone and competed. He is a Young Lions champion. He has done everything that he can to prove himself across the nation that he is the future of
wow! He shows him that he's going to go back to that leg kick, high kick to the head, and rocks him.
A bait and switch by Matt Sydal, maybe diverting that third eye of Airwolf a little, hey, looky over there, and then going right back to that knee.
I think there's an underlying thing, though, that we're all missing. The man who is reaping the benefits here is Darren Corbin. He is waiting in the wings.
I can't say I'm disappointed. I think that there's something here also that we're maybe assuming about Matt Sydal, and that this is malicious. I think that this is just calculated. It's him seeing the future. It's him logically doing what everybody else should do if they're going after the heavy-on champion, and that's take away his vertical base, that's control the pace of the match, and that's not ever let up. Just keep going and going.
Is he going for it? Oh! Great fall through on the trip! Oh! Look at the elevator. Knees up! Airwolf, 2 knees up. Sydal won't be able to breathe. Airwolf's got a moment here. He's got to find some wherewithal. He's got to get some feeling back in that leg. He needs his vertical base. He's got to get back on his feet before Sydal does.
Clyde Ironworks coming alive for Airwolf, but Matt Sydal.
Enziguri!
Beautiful reversal. Enziguri by Airwolf, able to keep Matt Sydal off his pace, and now this is when he has to take flight.
To your point, Beard, I think you're right. I don't think it's a matter of potentially being malicious. I think it's just he is a competitor, and he wants to show that he's the best. and he will do whatever he needs to do to show that. And he's not breaking any rules.
No.
He's not taking a shortcut. He's not Darren Corbin. He's showing just how good he is.
6-1-2 here in the 2-1-8 by Airwolf. Amazing. Running over for the cover. 1-2.
Wow.
Absolutely. You know what? This is a Matt Sydal that has taken away and shed all ego. He has gotten rid of everything that has held him back throughout his career, and his sole focus is victory. It's accomplishment over the best out there.
Oh, another.
It's why he accepted this match with Airwolf, I feel.
Oh! And it's a Matt Sydal who has laser beam focus, is taking apart what Airwolf does best. And this is what I think we didn't quite anticipate. We thought it might be the other way around. But instead, it's been Matt Sydal who is attacked from the ground base. Oh, Lope Suicida!
Action spilling to the outside here between Airwolf and Matt Sydal. Matt Sydal, he might have injured his right eye.
Head first into the stage area. Ooh, European uppercut. Sydal trying to figure out if he has all of his teeth.
Airwolf going right after Matt Sydal after calling that he had hit his eye there on the stage. Airwolf, hey, he smells blood in the air, and like any good alpha, he is going after the weak link in the pack.
Struggling to keep up, though, because he's still got a limp. He's still struggling to find that base and get all the feeling he can back in that leg. Oh, Sydal!
Lifting him over the guardrail here at Clyde Ironworks and into the crowd. I can't even see where Airwolf has gone, but Matt Sydal getting the much-needed moments he needs to recover.
Over the barricade!
Wow! Airwolf launching himself over the barricade, clearing it, and diving directly into Matt Sydal.
You can see him jumping up and down, Warrior, trying to get some feeling back in that leg, trying to get some blood flow.
We're back in the ring, and Airwolf doing just that. Everything he can to get in the ring and get an advantage. Oh! Big springboard DDT onto Matt Sydal. 1-2.
No, not quite.
A 2 count, a big 2 count there by Airwolf. He's got momentum back on his side. He's got to take advantage of it. He's got to keep on Matt Sydal here if he's hoping to pick up the victory.
Absolutely. We talked a lot about the air game, but you got to remember, Airwolf can hit that tailspin. He can hit that howl out the moon out of nowhere.
Absolutely. He's got to take what brought him to the dance, and that is the high-impact, innovative offense. Something that Matt Sydal is known for. Something that Airwolf has made his...
Locks him in a waist-lock deadlift. Sydal breaks it, goes behind.
A big elbow to Matt Sydal.
Oh, my goodness!
A seated snap suplex German from Matt Sydal.
The incredible flexibility and the pop in his hips from a seated position is outrageous.
The strength that it would take to snap suplex from behind that beautiful German by Matt Sydal on Airwolf normally, but on his knees, able to muscle him over, shows the versatility and the growth of Matt Sydal into one of the best high flyers, the best wrestlers out there today.
He's got him hooked up. Oh, Airwolf blocks the vertical.
Spinning through.
All the way through the pump handle. Pump handle driver.
1, 2.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Unbelievable. Sydal with that here we go driver. Absolutely unreal.
Trying everything he can to gain advantage, not able to get the impact that he wanted, but could we be looking at that shooting Sydal press?
I think so.
The move he has made his name on, Rob Page begging him not to take this out on Airwolf.
It is one of the most visually stunning things you'll ever see. Airwolf's got to get to his feet.
Getting to the top.
Oh! Shote palm strike, starching Matt Sydal on the top rope.
Airwolf going to the top. Is he looking for a soup?
Oh my goodness.
Is he looking at he might be looking for that half moon from the top rope.
No way.
Sydal.
Think about the future.
Feeling it.
Able to fight back out of it. Sydal going up top. driving those knees and the shoulders into the mat. Oh my God!
Both legs deep, and still Airwolf just kicks out.
What does Matt Sydal have to do to put away the Heavy on Wrestling Champion?
I have no idea. He has worked a perfect game plan here, and he just can't seem to finish Airwolf.
Slow and methodical, fast and impactful. Airwolf able to dive out of the way, throwing. Oh, ducking. Oh! This could be it. 1, 2, 3.
Get it! Out of nowhere! Airwolf out of nowhere!
Airwolf, a hard-fought match, able to strike, as you guys said, out of nowhere with that howl at the moon. What a win here against one of the best in the world. High flyers, Matt Sydal, putting on an absolute clinic here, but always the eternal student, Airwolf, learning from his mistakes, learning from the amazing work of Matt Sydal in the ring. Wow.
Unbelievable, opening his mind to the past, opening Matt Sydal's mind to the present and the future of Minnesota.